Welcome back to the Rules and Tools podcast. I'm excited to sit down and hang out with my buddy Josh. So I'm here today and this afternoon with Josh Ingram. He's an amazing father of two. He is just serving with the Warriors team and just gives so much of his time and his heart to serve with the Road Ministry and here at Set Free Ministries and Warriors Set Free. So thanks for sitting down and chatting with me today.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So Josh is also an amazing football coach, and he's super passionate with the boys and gals that he coaches. And so him and I were just kind of passing and talking, and I'm doing a little bit of flag football coaching myself this year, and so we've been talking about that and the impact that the kids have on us and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to have an opportunity to encourage others that have these opportunities to coach kids and to walk with kids and to really love them. And so I wanted to start out by asking you like why you feel led to coach and wherever that leads.
For me, sports is always a big part of my life.
Yeah.
I love playing. I just love being around that atmosphere, the team. So I obviously, when I got done playing myself, I have kids and they started playing sports. So I jumped into the opportunity to coach them. And I mean, it's just so rewarding to
Mm.
see these kids because I've coached them since they were like second graders. They're eighth graders now. So just to see where they've come from to where they are now and walk that journey with them has been amazing. Not just making them better athletes, but better people.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's funny because like I was not an athlete. And so like no athletic bone in my body, tried like crazy, wanted to play every sport, tried every one of them and pretty much failed every one of them. And so when they were like, you want to help coach, I'm like, I mean, I watch football and so I understand the rules, but like I don't know really what I can bring to the table. But it was so cool to me um how much the kids just really like impacted me because like just giving them a little bit of uh affirmation and a little bit of encouragement, how much it just like built into my heart and was just like a gift from the Lord to me on just being like, wow, they're just receiving so much and like they're just so excited to be out there.
Oh yeah. I mean, with my kids, it's the affirmation for sure. Like
Mm,
you got to tell them, you're doing a good job. You can't just come down on them for the things they do wrong. And that's a thing that I've really had to work on over the years. I haven't always been this Christian coach that was calm
mm.
on the sidelines. Um, I used to be pretty out there,
Yeah.
throw some clipboards,
Okay.
uh, yelling at kids, just not the way a coach should be doing things.
Mm,
I know there would be people that disagree, like you should yell at kids, and but that's not my philosophy. I find it is more helpful to build them up and like point out the things they're doing right
yeah.
than to just harp on them for the things they're doing wrong. Which that doesn't mean I don't, give them a kick in the butt every once in a
And
while
correct them when
and
need
correct them
be.
out of love.
Yeah.
So like you did this, but you did this well.
Yeah.
So you just gotta come at them with what they did right at first, and then work with them on what they need to correct, and not so much what they did wrong,
Sure.
just what they can do better next time.
Sure. You tell me a little bit more about that transformation from being the coach that was, maybe throwing clipboards and getting hot and having like getting a little rowdy on the sidelines to what does it look like now as you pursue to represent King Jesus, even on the football sidelines.
It's definitely a lot of patience.
Yeah.
I love my kids. I
Mm.
wouldn't do this if I didn't love what I did and who I do it with. And I mean, the young men and ladies that I coach, they they make me want to come back and do it again. And it's crazy. Some of these parents were with me during the old coaching phase,
Mm.
the BC coach,
Mm.
and they
I like how you throw it out the BC
the
before
BC coach.
Yeah, yeah.
They've been with me through the transition, and it's just been amazing having parents like come up and tell you like, man, we've seen the change, the
Mm.
way you're coaching the kids. Like, I'm not coaching athletes anymore. I'm coaching people.
Mm.
like, I want them to be better people than they are athletes, you know? Any They can go off the field and be great at football, but if they're going home and disrespecting their parents, and I just wanna teach them respect and teamwork, talk a lot about, being a family. Like, we are a family. We're a football family. We're a ministry family. So I use family a lot and when I describe things.
Yeah.
Even as in the military, that was my family. And I'm just huge on that dynamic. Um, I want my kids to be able to come and talk to me about whatever they need to talk to me about.
Yeah.
Know that I'm going to listen to them. I'm not going to get mad about anything. I mean, that doesn't mean I don't get loud occasionally, but it's all it's just a whole nother level where I used to go to a 10, maybe I go to a 2 these days.
Sure.
So, and I mean, it was all about winning for me in the beginning, and now it's changed. I mean, I still want to win.
Yeah.
But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing for me is that the kids get better each week. Uh, they learn how to be better athletes, better sportsmanship. We work on sportsmanship a lot, especially as coaches, because you have one ref, and player steps out of bounds. Sometimes you have to count on the coaches to like ref the game,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some coaches that
Sure.
yeah. And then like me, like my player will step out of bounds, and I'll be like, ref, my guy stepped out
Yeah.
when I could have had a touchdown from that.
Sure.
But like we're teaching the kids honesty and
Integrity. And
integrity. Like, if you step out, say something, the coaches are going to say something. Like, we're not going to win by cheating or trying to skirt any of the rules. My players do not talk to the other team. They don't talk to the refs. If they have anything they need to say, they will talk to me, and I will talk to the refs. But we don't do the chirping and the talking like other teams do. We just go out there and we play football. And like, I want to leave that field. I want people to be like, that was
a different experience.
yeah, that team had great sportsmanship.
Mm.
You know, there are some teams that will run the score up.
Yeah.
And they'll embarrass you.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
If I get a lead, we run the ball. I mean, there's no need to do that to these kids at this age. I coach 6th through 8th grade. And I mean, it can be pretty detrimental.
Yeah.
To get blown out in a game. Like last year, we went undefeated the whole season. When we got to our last playoff game, I had 2 of my best players didn't show up, and we got throttled pretty bad. But I just kept the kids, I said, keep your heads up. We're down 2 players. You're playing great. There's no reason to get upset about football anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest change for me, is just cooling my jets and knowing that it's just a game. There's bigger things than this. Like,
but having that opportunity to love those kids
yeah,
in those moments and show Christ's example to them, and to show self-control. Part of the fruit of the Spirit is self-control. And can you tell me a time or an opportunity that because you talked about the parents noticing a change, has there been or presented an opportunity to kind of witness to them why the change has occurred?
I talked to some parents
Yeah.
about what I'm doing with Warriors Set Free, and I actively work on getting parents to come and check out what we're doing. I work on my athletes as well. I just had, I think, 3 of them sign up for the Young Men's Return. So I try to get my players to like go through these events.
Yeah.
Like, I want them to know Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, because being a great football player is awesome, but being a son of God,
Yeah.
and you can't beat that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the ultimate right there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the parents definitely. I love walking with them and working with them. I talk to the parents about praying. Talk to the parents about praying before games.
Have you had any pushback on that?
That we might not have had our 2 best players for the playoff game because
Mm.
we did start praying, and I handed out Bibles
Mm.
to the team, action comic Bibles, and so there might have been a little pushback. The parents didn't say anything to me, but their kids stopped showing up,
Mhm.
which it's it sucked
Mhm. It's
for the
unfortunate.
team
Yeah.
because all year we prayed all year, but it seemed like just the last 2 weeks, I don't know what happened. That was when I gave out the Bibles.
Mhm.
So maybe that was too much, but if that's too much, maybe I'm not the coach for you.
Mhm. Yeah, just being able to love those kids well, no matter what's going on, and so
Oh,
I think
I look at them like they are my kids.
yeah.
Like, my son's on the team, but they're all my kids,
Mhm.
and I just wanna be the best example I can be for them and for my son,
Yeah.
and,
You wouldn't have if it wasn't for football, you wouldn't have that opportunity to love on them, right?
yep.
And so that's where it's like sometimes, sports though can become too much of an idol in kids' lives, or their identity is then is then formed around those types of things. So, have you seen that at all in any of the team, where it's become an idol to them, where all we want to do is play football and that's it? Or
I think as far as my team goes, no.
Mhm.
Me? Yes.
You've had to check that before.
I've made football my idol.
Uh,
I put my expectations on my son of
mm,
how I think he should be playing football because this is how I did football,
mm,
and it's just taking all those thoughts captive and, like, it's his life. Just show him how to be a good man, child of God. Football's not a big deal. Um, and for me, it was a very big deal for a long time. It took me a few years to put football in its place in my
mm,
life. It's not at the top anymore.
yeah.
And my son, like, just watching him play, I wanted him to do good and be the best. Now I just love watching him play.
Mm,
Like, we talk about the apple of your eye, and he is. Like, I don't care what he's doing, even if it's a sport I don't like.
yeah.
Like, I love watching him.
Mhm,
I just love seeing him compete and being successful. And I want that on the field and especially off the field
mhm.
for all my athletes.
Yeah, and I think that that's one of the big things that, the Bible makes such a distinct correlation that we are sons and daughters of God, and he created us in his image, and that he too is enjoys seeing his children glorify his great name by worshiping him in all aspects of what we do.
Mhm.
And that can be work, it could be play, it can be everything. And we can use it as a form of worshiping him and honoring him. And he then there's joy then that's associated with that father son relationship, our father daughter relationship, and it's just so crazy how many parallels that are made with that, and then coaching, and you know as you're coming together as a team and you're battling the other team, and what does that look like, and just there's so many analogies and that can be made with coaching in sports and athletics and
Yeah.
and the Bible. I was shocked last season for myself. Um, at one of the games, I got frustrated.
Mhm.
I will admit it. I was very bummed because one of the other coaches was like, really trying to get plays in towards the end of the game, and you know, technically there were some team members that weren't set and weren't ready, and everything wasn't. There was definitely some penalties that occurred, and
Mhm.
I was getting very, very frustrated, and because like I wanted to do right by my team,
Right.
because it wasn't fair to them. Um, but then it gave us an awesome opportunity afterwards to say, hey, even though it wasn't fair, it wasn't right, and they saw it and they knew it, but we could forgive them and we could go on celebrating their victory and not worrying about it. It was what it was, and um, we're just, but that is that. becoming Christ-like and saying, like, it's okay. It's not about the win. It's not about football. It's about loving the other person. It doesn't mean we're going to be a punching bag and just get rolled over on all the time.
Right.
But when the outcomes don't fall our way, how do we love the people through it?
And we had a situation like that about 2 years ago. We were playing in a game. We're up 2 touchdowns. I go to the ref. Hey, what's the score? I'm just going to run the ball out, run the clock out. That's what I do. I don't run up the score. He tells me we're down by a touchdown. That's not accurate at all. So I'm like, oh, well, we'll score again. I'm not going to argue with the ref. So we score again. He says it's tied. Time runs out. The parents in the stands are saying we won by 3 touchdowns. The kids on the other team are saying we won. The coaches on the other team, they don't know the score, which it made me mad because I know they know the score because they were writing it down in their pocket. And I even asked the ref, I said, he's got it in his pocket. And the guy said, no, I don't have the score. So it would have been real easy to just get rageful when you get, we were cheated. But I didn't tell my team that. I told them we know what happened. We won that game. So don't even put your heads down about it. Like, we just tried to keep it real positive, even though it was not a great situation. It was kind of a black eye for the league to, like, you have refs that don't even keep score properly. And, these kids, we actually missed the playoffs because of that. So the kids, they took that pretty hard, but
sure,
we fight through adversity and just go on to the next game.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what the Lord said, is that trials are going to come, and how do we navigate those and do that well? So no, I think it's really encouraging to sit down and talk with you about this stuff, because it is real life, and this is how we raise our kids in today's society and culture, and we want to love them well, and we want to point them to Christ. And so I commend you for being the coach that's out there praying with his kids and loving his kids and passing out Bibles, man, because that stuff is far more valuable. Their eternal state is far more valuable than the win and loss column and all that kind of stuff. So well done, and keep after it, man. So
thank you, man. We're gonna keep on plugging away and maybe get ourselves another ring this year.
Nice. Go get them. Well, awesome. Well, thank you again for tuning into the Rules and Tools, and we really appreciate you sharing this episode and liking this episode and subscribing if you haven't yet. And again, we are a full service ministry, so if you want to come in and learn more about the Freedom Appointment, we'd love to have you come down. If you want to just reach out and have somebody pray with you, or ask questions about the Freedom Appointment or any of the services or any of the events that we offer, please reach out, and God bless.